Hey guys, welcome back to She Titi's Lock channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how I separate my semi-freeform locks. I talked about it, I believe, in my first video, but how do I maintain my semi-freeform look without the matching that happens a lot and end up with those Rasta locks, as they call them, which a lot of people call me, by the way, that I'm Rasta. I'm like, oh, thank you, but no, I'm not. So you can do this after you've washed your hair, or if you want to attempt a dry method like what I often do, just need a spritz, bottle of water, and then here you go. I'm gonna start with front, so I can show you guys how it's done, and then I will continue with proceeding with the rest of the video after. Okay. What you want to do is make sure you moisten the roots. Do not worry about the ends of your hair. Do not worry about the locks itself. It's the roots you want to focus on. And I will state again that I retwist my locks once a year, and when I do, I have to interlock because the normal twisting method doesn't work. My locks are so thick that when I retwist them, they unravel in like 2 days, and it's like, what retwist? But so with the interlocking method, it keeps my retwist and it helps me to freeform the way I want. Okay, after you've moistened the roots, wet it, and it's simple. You're using your finger. You don't need any tools. You don't need a comb. You don't need anything, and you're simply going around the bed of your hair and manually separating whatever straggly hairs. They're straggly hairs that try to connect and form your locks together, and you'll end up with a lot of fusions like what I have going on. Well, I do love my fusions. They are quite cool. Just manually separating. This process can be a bit uncomfortable because in terms of really sort of like popping your own hair without as being as drastic as it sounds. Now, normally I do have more connection in this, but I recently separated my locks without thinking about doing this video in mind. So this is the dry rough edition. Make sure you rub it in, get in there good. I'm just separating. Separating. When you have your band handy for the hair that you finished separating, you can just put them in a section all the way. Focus on the remainder of your locks. So, yeah, like I was saying, I've been called Rasta by many, my fellow Bahamians, friends, social media, and they feel because at times I do wear my hair in a turban wrapped up for work, and that's how Rastas normally carry themselves. They rarely have their locks out and about. So besides the fact that I'm freeforming and I wear a turban and I am, as you quote unquote would say, woke, people assume that I'm Rasta, but I'm not. Much respect to them. I know a lot of Rastas. I know I have friends who are Rastas, live that real Rastafari lifestyle. Respect to them, but at one point I thought I wanted to be one, but then I evolved past it, as in personally. Was kind of confined for me, and I'm just going to give you a few pointers on what it is to be Rastafari. 1930s in Jamaica, it's politically and religiously they cherish their temples. You know, it's something that's meant to be kept pure and clean as long as and as much as possible. So only ital dishes shall touch a Rasta's mouth. Most importantly, they do not believe in cutting of the hair, facial or just head hair. You'll find that the Rastafari men have beards and mustache coming down to here. Some of those that I see very neat have locks in them. Those that have the locks, they do not participate in retwisting and styling like New Age people with locks. Instead, they let it be and let their hair fall and go where it may. And this is why you call them natty dreads. There's a word, N-A-T-T-Y, natty dreads. And those are the dreads you see that clump together, that form as one. There are very many different ways of having natty dreads. And dread, like I said in my first video, is not a bad word. Freeformers, people who straight freeform, tend to have natty dreads, and you will notice that their dreads do look significantly different. The texture itself seems to be thicker. Sometimes it's flattened, if that makes sense. It's not all rounded and elongated. It's not even. With that being said, you know, those who fully freeform, yay for you, go for you. I'm thinking about transitioning into fully freeforming, but we'll see how it goes. Who knows? I may not retwist my hair this year and then just let the cards fall where they may. Also, do not defile their bodies with alcohol. It shall be kept pure between food and drink. The reason why they do not cut their hair is that they believe that it is a strength. I believe it comes from Leviticus, somewhere in the Bible, that a man's strength is in his hair. And the Rastafari movement, if you cut my hair, you take my strength. So no form of hair shall be cut under the Rastafari movement. They have a flag and they have colors. The flag colors are red, green, black, and gold. Not yellow, gold. And sometimes it's very pretty. It's a very pretty set of colors. And sometimes you will see this drawing of a lion inside of it, and that's the Lion of Judah. Very prized thing to them. Another fun fact about Rastafari: smoking marijuana is a practice, and it's used to increase spiritual awareness and connection to God, in a sense. So it's not done for fun like a lot of folks do nowadays. It's done under serious circumstances and for religious purpose only. Believe it frees your mind, frees your soul, frees your spirit, so that it and God can connect and know one more smoothly, more fluidly. Personally, do I smoke marijuana? Who knows? But I think it's underneath that circumstances. Personally, I don't see a problem with marijuana. Go yay. We all know the health benefits it has. And hey, if you're not with it, then you're not with it. But you know, I believe in not downing anyone who is for it and who does practice it or do it, however they may be. It's your life. You live life the way you want. Like I said, I once considered becoming a Rastafari a few years back when I just started my LOCS. I had these little beanie little worms. And I thought I was so cute, and I was into this whole movement. I was feeling very vogue, and I'm like, yeah, natural, Rastafari, for the people, by the people. And I honestly, you can say I was a Rastafari for like 5 months on end, and then I just started drifting into other means of spiritualities. Mind you, I did start off as an Anglican Christian, born and raised, very strict religious upbringing. I was on the altar, all of that. But you know, the more you grow, the more you experience life, you realize that not everything is for you. Not things that you have grown up on is for you. And sometimes you have to explore. And I began exploring. Now I am just so, what's the word, out there? You know, I do not believe in refined religion, as in I respect you and whatever your beliefs are. Personally, I do not follow a particular religion and saying that this particular religion is right, this one is wrong, blah, blah, blah. I don't have time for the politics, you know. Love, one love, love everyone, peace, namaste. If that religion that you practice makes you feel closer to God, then go for it. I'm all for it, you know. I feel like anything that teaches you core values, great values, to love each other, to love oneself, and anything that's a practice of positivity, I'm all for it. And I feel like, hey, for you it may be this one, For you, maybe that one. For you, maybe this particular religion. And the thing of it is so much similarities in each religion that I'm just like, bro, it makes no sense just choosing one. Just accept all as truth. You know, human beings, to understand things, we make it familiar to us, you know. So the concept of God through different nationalities have made it in a way where it can be explained and passed down from generation to generation. So I'm just ready, partner. I am earthy, believe in everything organic, natural, from the earth. As far as man-made laws, that's a topic for another day that I will not get into. But anyway, I'm about done. Yeah, as you can see, this literally takes no time at all. Just a quick splash, splash, spritz, spritz, and then you're done. And there you have it. I have successfully separated my locks and stopped them from knotting together as one, which is how I keep them individual and somewhat neat, and I guess somewhat manageable. And it's not somewhat manageable, it's very manageable. Okay guys, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next 2 weeks for another video update.
Got a spell on me, little mama, so please don't go too far. You got magic in your eyes.